Hello everyone. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day one experience. I'm really glad you guys are participating, and I've loved to see all the variations that you guys have made. So just really quickly, I want to cover a tool that may or may not show up tomorrow, question mark, hint, hint, but just that I wanted you guys to be aware of. And coming out of your day one experience, show you another tool, patterning, that you may or may not have used. So if that's completely foreign to you, stick around and you'll learn something cool. And if you already used it in day one, awesome. But we'll cover both either way. So the lovely tool that I'd like to talk to you guys about today is the Polygon. Polygons show up all over, um, and and you'll find them in many places. Specifically, one great example of polygons that we use in FRC all the time is like a hexaxle, six-sided hexagons. Hexagons are the bestigons. And there's two different types of polygons. There's an inscribed polygon and there's a circumscribed polygon. For inscribed polygons, they're both types are built with a construction circle. The main difference is that for an inscribed polygon, the main dimension that's going to matter is from each segment to segment, whereas the circumscribed polygon is from vertex to vertex. Don't worry too much. I'll explain what I mean in a second. But let me show you how that works. So we're going to select our tool, and it's just like a circle. So you click once for the center, drag outwards, and then click again. And you can move your mouse to change the number of segments within the polygon. So that's pretty cool. So a hexagon has 6, so we're going to go with 6 and settle it there. So just to show you what I mean, this is an inscribed polygon. So the circle, the diameter of the circle represents the distance from like this face to this face. Right now, by the way, a measure tool, if you haven't learned how to use that, you can press the measure tool here and find all types of different breakdowns. But the one we're curious about right now is the parallel distance. So 1.572, the parallel distance between these two lines is the diameter of the circle. If it was a circumscribed polygon, it would just have one bigger circle drawn on the outside on all the different vertices. That doesn't matter too much. But we're going to set right now the diameter of the circle to be, let's say, 1 inch. Awesome. That's basically the polygon tool that I want to cover. Now, what we're going to cover next is patterning. So if that's completely foreign to you, stick around. If not, you're good to go. You're all set and prepped for tomorrow, and you guys are going to do great, and I'm going to have such a great time seeing your variations. But patterning, what is patterning? Well, if you've never seen that before, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on these two vertices, and I'm going to use a vertical constraint to make them vertical, just to define my polygon a little more in space here. Patterning, basically what you can do is you can make an array of a sketch with just one object. So yesterday we had circles, and then we had to make lots of different circles in different places. So I'm going to show you that tool really quickly. So we have our polygon right here in the center. My Wi-Fi is a bit slow, but that's okay. And here is the pattern tool. It might show up on different places on your toolbar. If you're ever unsure where to find a tool, you can just search for it up here at the top. But the one we're going to cover today is the linear pattern. So with linear patterns, essentially, you have two arrows which define your array, basically, that you're setting up. And if you drag on your other arrow, you can basically change the number of your sketch type, your design that's going to be in both directions. So let's say I wanted it to be a 2 by 3. Think about it like a grid array type thing. It's really cool. And pretty handy. So yesterday, if you guys were making a ton of circles by hand, that's awesome. But if not, here's another tool that you guys can know how to use. And then to confirm your pattern, you just left click, and then it makes some dimensions for you. We're gonna get rid of them both because it's not doing what we want. With circles, it's gonna be from center to center, and then you can just basically add dimensions. So if you used this yesterday, congrats, you're cool. And if not, then that's okay because we just covered it, and now you have a new tool that you know how to use. And look, I'm going to just finish off this nice little part by making the center of this polygon. I'm going to add an auto constraint, and I'm going to make it horizontal from the origin. And let's see, let's say I want this to be exactly centered. We could use some type of midpoint constraint, but we're not going to get overly complicated for now. I'm just going to add a dimension to the edge and make it 1.5 inches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to finish it off because we have a lovely pattern here, and we're just going to extrude remove it. I'm just going to click the sketch on the side, and change it from blind to through all. It's gonna go through the whole material. And look, what a lovely pattern we have here. That would make a nice Christmas gift. Well, thank you so much. Keep up the great work, guys. I'm loving the patterns and all the designs. It's great. Fantastic job. All right, see you guys tomorrow.